Hello and welcome back to my Vampire Survivors series, where I try to unlock all of the things. Today, I'm going to be playing Maruto. I played Eleanor last time. It was pretty rough at the beginning. I'm playing Maruto this time. I suspect it will be much easier. And you know what? I'll go for the Abyss Biscari, I guess. I don't know, although I haven't gotten a win on the Lake Biscari with them yet. But, meh. Whatever. I need to give it some love, you know? Give the Abyss some love. Slaying dragons. Now, I am going to be boring. I'm just going to go for the Divine Bloodline Retaliatory Damage build because, I don't know, I mean, that's kind of just like what this character does, you know? So, we're doing it. But, I don't know, hopefully it'll be somewhat interesting, maybe. I don't actually remember all the weapons that go with it. So it's like no future, Eskizabor, Victory Sword, and then I don't want the Muramasa because that thing will literally kill me. Right? And I think that might be it. Just those. I guess as a secondary, I could go for like the crit build-ish. So maybe I'll go like Vento Sacro, like Axe, something. I don't know. Screw it. We'll figure something out. I don't want the hit the cats. Sure. I'm not gonna go healing. I'm just gonna tank it. Just whatever damage comes my way, I'll take it. There's the Victory Sword, alright. Sweet. We're about to get very tanky, I think. And I'm very down for that. Alright, Rune Tracer, boom. So I think these are the 3 retaliatory damage weapons that I want. Now I gotta figure out what else I want. Spellbinder could be okay, I suppose. I should get Clover at some point, right? So what am I looking at? I'm looking at getting Clover. And then I don't need to get Tirona's box or armor because they're on this stage already. So just Clover. I have 600% might? Why do I have 600% might? Okay, I don't know what's going on there. Clover. I guess I could just take Spellbinder, Bracer. Oh, no, I don't even need to pick up Tome because it's a stage item as well. Duplicator. Spinach. I mean, that's kind of boring, but I don't know what else to take, so screw it. Eskizabor. Let's get it. Yeah, you know, this time I'm not going to build any healing. Usually whenever I go these retaliatory damage builds, I get like a bunch of healing, but I figured this time, screw it. We'll just get super low on health and like that'll be the vibe. Because why not, right? Kind of fun to just take a bunch of damage and get super low on health. There's the duplicator. So I want Tirona's box, Clover, and... Or not Tirona's box. I want Clover, Spinach, and Bracer. Bracer's really only going to be good with, like, the Rune Tracer, probably. Unless I get, like, the knives, but I don't know if I'm going to get the knives. I could, I suppose. I feel like... Isn't there another, like... I think there's the Arcana that, like, blows up your projectiles. Like, whenever your projectiles hit something, they blow up. I think that Arcana also causes an explosion around the player character whenever they take damage, doesn't it? I wonder if that counts as retaliatory damage or not. I actually just don't know straight up. That would be interesting. I guess I should make a decision if I want to go for the knives. Probably should. The knives aren't amazing, but they are a weapon. And they're not bad weapons either. Like the 1000 Edge, especially if you have the crit thing, it does quite a bit. So, could end up being worth it. So like Vento Sacro and 1000 Edge. That's my last two weapons. Sure. I'm not anticipating... I don't know why I'm like fumbling over my words today. I'm not anticipating this run being too challenging. I think I might have mentioned it in the previous video where out of all the DLC characters, Maruto is definitely one of the stronger ones. Like, especially when you compare, you know, to Eleanor and Keitha, or Keitha. Like, those characters are trash. And Maruto's actually, like, pretty strong, I would say. I mean, obviously, a lot of that comes down to the starting weapons, right? Like Maruto actually has, like, a character in terms of passive is not that strong. Like, I think the armor bonus is actually decent, given the fact that it's, like, you know, early on, you're just trying to get, a lot of retaliatory damage off, and so the extra armor when taking damage can help mitigate some of the damage you normally take there. But overall, it's not super impressive, right? And like, you know, the passive of getting an Academy badge. It is good on other stages, on the DLC stages. It's meh. But the weapon is just way better early on, right? As Kizabor can actually kill enemies early, as opposed to the friggin' flash arrow and, I don't even know, spell something? I don't think it's spell stream. It's spell string, I think it is, right? Spell string is just like kind of bad early. So, you know, a lot of mediocre weapons, I would say, out of the beginner DLC characters. But Kizabor is pretty solid, in my opinion. Alright. Got the Death Spiral, and you know what? We're just gonna go ahead and pick this chest up. Ooh, it's a triple. Okay. That's not bad. Now we're gonna run up here. We're gonna take this attract orb, or this vacuum rather, and we're gonna run somewhere. There's Vento Sacro, and there was also a knife there. Kind of interesting. So I don't actually remember how to get to all these different places that I want to go. I guess I have to run up here and then run down at some point. I don't know. There's the spinach. Perfect. So now I'm just waiting on the bracer and the knife. And then we can start picking things up. There's the bracer. Boom. Alright, cool. So now I just need to remember how to actually get to those items. And then that'll be good. Okay, there's the bracer. Or not the bracer, the knife. It evolves with the bracer, it's like the same thing. Am I supposed to run down here? Oh, I guess so. I don't know how I always get lost on this map. I think it's because it's an inverse mode. It just like confuses me. I'm gonna go with that because the alternative is, I don't know. I'm just bad. Only one crown. Sad. Well, I will say, we are murdering fools. How much max health do I have? 3,000. That's not bad. 3,000 max health. Okay. Vacuum is sweet. Let's upgrade my items, even though... Why do I have so much might? This character must have some kind of like hidden passive. With like the lower health they are, the more damage they get, or like the more might they have. Like maybe it's 1% might per like 1 missing health or something, I don't know. I feel like that has to be it, because it makes no sense otherwise. Two, 6, 6, 6. Now, 2670. What? Okay, well I'm just gaining might. I don't know, whatever. I don't really feel like thinking about it. So I won't. Maybe I'll look into it later. But, yeah, you know, with that in mind, this character seems pretty good. Seems like they got some good stuff going on. A lot of might gain. Okay, let's get the prismatic missile. This is going to be a pretty crazy run, I think. Like, I don't think it's possible for us to lose this, actually. This run is pretty disgusting. I mean, 3,000 might just on its own is pretty crazy. But when you add the fact that, like, we've got an insane amount of max health with Divine Bloodline, so our Victory Sword is crazy strong, I don't know. I don't know, bro. Oh, you know what I need to do, actually? I do need to go back so I can go get these other relics. And you know what? I might just go ahead and take everything. Maybe I'll try to go for like a maxed out curse thing. Try and balance this run out a little bit, because I do feel like I'm like too strong. Which is not something that I think often, but I don't know. I don't want it to be too easy, right? Okay, so we're gonna run back over here, cross the bridge. The Bridge of Destiny. Run down here. Run back over here, I guess. So I'm getting lost. Ooh, okay. A bunch of rotten ghouls for fun. God, how do we get over there, dude? There's a chest over here, apparently. Should be able to evolve some weapons. You would hope. Right, upgraded the 1000 edge. Now I think we have literally nothing else to level up because we don't have the armor yet. Cool. Alright. Let's go and pick up the Cursed Skull. The Skullomaniac. I always call it the Cursed Skull. I feel like it's a fitting name. Hit the armor. Perfect. And now there's 2 Cursed Skulls here. Sweet. And now we run over here where all these guys are. We take a bunch of damage. We one-shot that dude somehow. We evolve the Luminaire. And now I don't even know what's happening. Things are just dying. Things are dying. Things are happening. Level up the armor. Pick up the Skull Ring. Pick up the Metaglia left. Pick up the Silver Ring. And let's see here. I want to get the crit thing. So this is the thing that I was talking about. Character explodes when damaged. I don't know if that counts as retaliatory damage or not. If it does, it'd probably be pretty good with Azkizabor. So I might just try to get that anyways, just to test it. Because it also technically synergizes with Luminaire. But this is really what I want right here. Boom. So our damage should be pretty crazy now. Although I'm apparently taking some crazy damage as well. Yep. We just killed 2 of those guys, and that guy's dead. Yes. All according to plan. And now with the Metaglia left, we're going to get even more max HP, so our Divine Bloodlight's going to be doing even more damage with the Vento Sacra and Venturi Sword. I'm actually curious. I don't know if the Vento Sacro crit damage scales with the Divine Bloodline base damage. Like, I don't know if you can crit with the base damage or not. That's probably something that I should have tried to figure out. I'm also curious if you can get to the other side just by running to the right here. I actually don't know if I've tested it out. Alright, here we go. Heart of Fire. We are on fire now. Let's see. Okay, we've got something here. Alright. I guess there's some kind of entrance, I don't know. It's like some kind of bridge between both sides. And now we will be upgrading Curse for quite a while. Oh my god, look how many pots there are in this room, dude. I'm pretty sure it's because of our Curse that there's just way more of these. It's kind of funny. It's also really scary because I think they do a lot of damage. I'm not sure. But I believe they do. Man, how many times are we gonna level up, bro? Okay. Nice. That guy's dead instantly. That's an Azkizabor upgrade. Alright, let's see if this blows up everything. It does not seem like it. Alright, so it doesn't seem like it's applying the fire on retaliation, which I didn't think that it would, but I figured it'd be worth testing. And I do think that it was. Alright, Toronto's box. We have 5,000 might, which lines up with our 5,400 max HP. We're killing all these guys. Alright. Give me that. No future. Sweet. Alright. Well. This is not going too bad. Not too bad at all. Our damage is pretty good, I would say. Pick up some red gems over here. I'll save Tirona's box till last. Never mind. That doesn't matter. Alright. So now our curse is probably pretty high. 290%. I mean, obviously it does not compare at all toward our friggin' might, but, you know. There's gonna be a lot of enemies, I guess. There's Genevieve. They're dead instantly. I'm pretty sure that's what just happened, is we actually just killed the boss instantly. Yeah. I'm thinking that might plus base damage plus crit is pretty good. I forgot we had Soul Solution now. Okay, yeah, this run is just not even like a run, is it? Oh my god, how many minutes have I spent in freaking menus, by the way? It's 22 minutes into the video. I'm only 14 minutes into the run. We gotta get a move on. And honestly, I don't even know what to do now. Like, the run is actually just over. It's 14 minutes into the run and it's over. I can't lose. Well, how are y'all doing? I assume probably everybody watching this video has played the DLC. That'd be my guess. How are y'all liking it? I think it's pretty cool so far. I mean, I've given my thoughts in previous videos, but, like, I think it's interesting that they continue to add more mechanics and more depth to the game through the DLCs. I can't speak to it from, like, a non-DLC player's perspective, like, you know, if you're just playing the base game. I don't know how that feels, but yeah, the DLCs they're cool. I think Legacy of the Moon spell was somewhat interesting in that, you know, it kind of established a new precedent for the game and, like, what the DLCs would be. But I definitely think this one took it to a new level with what they did in terms of, like, story, and, like I said, like, kind of like different mechanics in a way, like the Genevieve boss fight, the deer boss fight even. I don't know, it's just like, it's cool. I think it's cool. I like it, so that's what I got. And as always, I'm now curious what they've got planned for the next DLC. I think I mentioned something about, like, it'd be interesting to have a kind of sci-fi setting, but obviously that'd be pretty difficult to do in this game, considering the game is meant to be, like, more of a medieval fantasy type setting overall. So, I don't know. I don't really know. But yeah, be something to look out for. I guess as far as Vampire Survivors goes, in general, I kind of feel like I'm definitely starting to feel the burnout. maybe you are sensing it. You know, the game, especially whenever I'm making a video a day, it's like there's only so much that I can do with the game, right? Like there's not enough diversity. I think the DLCs do a great job of trying to bring more diversity, and I really appreciate that. It's just that there isn't, right? There isn't enough diversity. And so, you know, it's like, if I want to, I could go the same build every single run. And there's probably only one build that is really good, right? That's like the best. There's probably one build that is the best. If I wanted, I could do that every run. And, you know, it is what it is, right? That's just a fact of the game. But, even then, it's like, you know, it reaches a point where it's not like there's a ton of skill expression in the game, right? I'm just walking around. You know, even when I'm not like, when I don't have a one run, a lot of the time it is still just me walking around. Right? It's not like there's a ton of decisions to be made in the game. It's like, alright, what weapons, what items, what arcanas do I want? You know, given that you are picking a character. And a lot of the time I feel like it's pretty cut and paste, cut and dry, like what the best things to get are. I don't know. I still think it's a cool game. I still enjoy playing it, don't get me wrong, but certainly what I will say is that when I finish with this DLC, I will be thankful that I will be finished. I'm still looking forward to the next DLC though. You know, whenever the next DLC comes out, I'm definitely gonna make videos on it. I'm gonna play through it. But I don't anticipate that I'll be doing Vampire Survivors videos outside of that. And I guess just as an update on the channel in general, I think that I feel pretty similarly in regards to doing videos of other like Survivors-like games. You know, there was definitely consideration at one point in time that it'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna do a new series for a different Survivors-like game, but I just don't think that appeals to me right now. I think I mentioned it before, it's like the daily upload thing. It's not that it's really that taxing. It's like an hour per day. It's not crazy, but it is still something that I feel committed to doing. And that commitment of like, I have to do this every day is definitely not something that I want to be dealing with. I don't know. I mean, I already have that in terms of streaming, where it's like, you know, I stream every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. And I try to make it at least 2 hours at like a set time. And so, you know, I've kind of planned a decent portion of my life around that schedule, where it's like, alright, I gotta make sure that I'm home by then, right? I gotta make sure that I'm ready to stream by then, you know? And so, just adding another layer on top of that is not enjoyable. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll make it more of a thing where it's like, just I'll upload a video whenever I want to. Like, I'm still continuing the Slay the Spire series, because that I do like. It is more stimulating than Vampire Survivors, and I'm only doing it 3 times a week as opposed to every single day. And the 3 days that I do it are the days that I don't stream, right? So it is still like a bit of a schedule, like something for me to do in my life, a little bit of structure, while also maintaining like, hey, you know, you can do it whenever you want on that particular day. And it's also like less time than streaming, right? Less effort in general. I don't know. I do have a couple games that I have thought about doing on the YouTube's channel. So we'll see. Maybe I'll end up changing my mind and I'll start doing another series that's either daily or like semi-daily or something. Don't know. But yeah, just something to think about, I suppose. Anyways, I killed about 6 minutes there. I've got another 8.5 left in the tank, and I don't really know what the talking points I've got. Yeah, I don't know. I guess this won't be interesting to everybody, but yeah, I've been watching Dr. Stone, that anime. Pretty cool. I like it. I would say, if you're interested in anime, and like, it's not necessarily a shonen, but it is more like a, I don't know, it's just cool. It is a shonen, but it's not like an action shonen, right? It's like, it's got some comedy elements, it's got science elements. So, if you're into science, watch it. It's really cool. Right, I mean, I think at this point it's pretty well known for being like the chemistry show, right? Or the science show, I guess. I mean, they do some physics as well. Science is all related, right? Like physics and chemistry, it's all like the same thing. I don't know, biology is kind of like weird. It's like chemistry of like life. And also just like other random crap that nobody cares about. I don't know, no hate towards biology, but it's kind of like the worst science. Not really. It's not the worst science at all. I don't know why I said that. There's so many sciences out there that are way worse, I'm sure. Like, I don't know, geology. The study of rocks. I mean, it's useful for, like, history purposes, I guess. And, like, rocks are kind of cool. I don't know. I was talking the other day with some of my coworkers, and I think they were mentioning, like, how something about like the modern kids nowadays, and then how they like collected rocks as kids. And I said something about how my grandfather used to do that, and then they got mad at me because I like called them old or something. So yeah, geology's cool for rocks. Biology's not the worst. I actually enjoyed biology when I was in high school. I wouldn't say that I seriously considered it as a career path, but I was like, it'd be kind of interesting to be a biologist. Although, to be honest, a lot of that was mostly fueled by, like, animals. I was like, it'd be cool to, like, study animals, right? But that's not, I don't know if that's really biology. I mean, it kind of is biology, I guess. Like, who was it? It was Jane Goodall, I think, was the famous biologist who studied, like, chimpanzees. I'm pretty sure she was a biologist. I mean, I called her a biologist, I don't know. In other words, sounds weird. I don't know if anybody here, like, watched Phineas and Ferb, where I think he's like, there's an episode where Doofenshmirtz, I think, was saying zinc. Maybe it was either zinc or quadrant or something. And it was one of those words he, like, kept saying it, and he's like, it doesn't even sound real now. It's like, I've said it so much, it sounds fake. That's how I felt about biologists just then. Anyways, to get back to my original point, really, which is that physics and chemistry are really cool, and they're kind of like the heart of most sciences. The heart of most science, really. And I mean, even between the two, like physics and chemistry are fairly closely tied. Physics is really the heart of all science, along with chemistry, but chemistry has a lot of physics in it. So, yeah, that's why I say they're like some of the more important ones, the cooler ones. But they do a lot of chemistry in Dr. Stone, to get back to the original point. And they make science feel cool, and I like that. That's cool. They do some cool stuff. The show's funny. The story is at least somewhat interesting. The characters are cool-ish. Concept is somewhat interesting. I don't know. The latest episode was pretty crazy, depending on when you're watching this. I guess this is coming out. This is coming out tomorrow, right? On Wednesday? So Thursdays is when the episodes air. So, you've got time to catch up before the next episode comes out. Just saying. But yeah. I don't know, nothing's really been catching my eye. And like, honestly, I'm kind of like in a lull state right now. I just don't feel like watching anything. I'm thinking a lot about like Magic the Gathering. That's another one of my nerd hobbies, I guess, that I enjoy. Magic the Gathering. I've been working on building some new commander decks and all that. Playing at my local game store. I don't know. It's a chill time. I guess if you're curious what I do outside of work and, like, I don't know, YouTube content creation, quote unquote. I'm not really a content creator, I just make random videos. That's mostly it. I just like play video games, watch YouTube videos, and play Magic the Gathering. And that's honestly it. I barely even watch anime, like I said. I want to watch more, but I'm just lazy. There's nothing that I like feel like watching right now. Nah. I don't know. I want to get back into reading manga, but it's hard to find the motivation as well. Because it's like, I really have to dedicate myself to sitting down and reading it, as opposed to like, you know, scrolling on my phone and like listening to a YouTube video in the background and whatever. Like, I think I might have said this before, but what I used to do is that, when I was in university, I would commute. So I would drive to school, I'd drive back home at the end of the day, because that's where I lived. And there was like a 2 or 3 hour gap in between my classes. Maybe even more than that, I don't know. And what I would do is I would... My god, what's happening on the screen right now, by the way? I would just chill in one of the rooms that was like available to me, and it was like empty most of the time. And I would just read manga for like 3 hours straight. And that was great, because it was like so much time. It was a way to pass the time, and I got to read a bunch of cool manga. That's, like, I read a ton of stuff, actually, now that I think about it. I read Claymore, Monster, 20th Century Boys, Ajin. I probably read Bleach during that time as well. I mean, listen, it was at least, like, it was almost like a year, right? Like a year's worth of reading. I guess it was more like 8 months, because the summer didn't count. Yeah, it was like 8 months worth of reading, like 2 hours every other day or something. So it was definitely a time. A time of reading. Also, how much gold am I getting here, dude? This is insane. Like, what is even going on here? Jesus Christ. So much gold. But yeah, I've read Liar Game. If you ever watched Squid Game, Liar Game is a manga that show was inspired by. Pretty heavily. It's a pretty cool show. It's not really like Squid Game, because it's more like the mental side of, like, you know, actually beating the games. Where Squid Game is more like the dramatic side, the relationships between all the characters. Which there is some of that, but anyways. It's not important, I guess, is it? Oh my god, I had 327,000 kills, I just realized. Yeah, that was a pretty crazy round, huh? Level 400, too. Was that a higher level than Sammy? I wouldn't think so, but it feels like it was pretty up there. Anyways, that's that done and taken care of. Another character win in the books. And more gold in the books where I can upgrade another level of the seal. Alright, well. We've beaten inverse mode with 4 characters now at this point, I believe. Eleanor, Moruto, Genevieve, and Sammy. We've now just got Keitha, Luminaire, Genevieve, and Rotten Ghoul left to go. So that's exciting. I'm also a little bit excited that I actually found a way to pass the time and not have it just be dead air, so that's cool. But either way, that'll be it from me for today's video. Hope you all enjoyed. Hope you have a good day, good night, whenever, wherever you are in the world. Hope to see you next time. I'm out of here. Peace.